Hi, I'm Max.
I'm Harry.
And I'm Georgia.
We wanted to discover more about the senior college.
So we embarked on a journey of discovery.
Come join us.
Follow on. Joined now by Miss Stone, Deputy Head of Senior School. What does senior college mean to you?
Well, I really love this school. I think that I like a co-educational environment, so I'm really happy here. I think that it has so much to offer in terms of things that other schools don't. Our city environment, I think, is at the same time our strength. That it means that we're right in the action of what's happening in Sydney every day. It means that we're mixing in the type of environment that we may end up working in. Certainly you may end up working in, I have ended up working in, and I really like the hustle and bustle of the city and the dynamism that comes with that.
What effect do you think being in the middle of the city has on students as a privilege?
I think it gives you a broader perspective on life. I think that you have an urban rather than a suburban outlook. And I think that's really important when we're engaging with the future. Sydney is a major city in the world. I think in terms of the arts and music, which are some of our core programs here, it's around us and we're kind of inculcated into it every day. I like the energy of the city.
And I mean, other than the city environment, what is it about St Andrews that makes it different to other schools for you?
Okay, I think that the people here are very genuine. Staff are really lovely. There's a strong collegiate feel to it. I really enjoy working with my colleagues. The same with the students. I think that because we don't have the vast spaces and because of the lifts, that we're pushed more together. I think the students are pushed together more, and I think the students and the staff are pushed together more, and we're forced to interact. Unlike at other schools, you can't go into your faculty office and hide, and therefore I think the students really benefit from that. And by the time that students are in year 11 and 12, there are genuine relationships between staff and students. And I think that's a key to our school, that the staff and students are close.
Probably one of the things I noticed most about St Andrews, like as maybe the standout thing about this school, is that people are so willing to be supportive and so willing to accept. And I mean, obviously it's never going to be total amongst teenagers, but at this school there's definitely an atmosphere of that.
Yeah. And I'm interested in seeing where that comes from, and I think that it actually comes from the fact that because we don't have a particular formulaic brand that we're asking students to conform to, students feel more relaxed with themselves, and therefore they don't have to put pressure on each other and on themselves to be a certain type. And once you can do that, then you can sort of go, yeah, I really appreciate that he's got skills in this and this and this.
What do you think of the co-educational aspect of the school, and do you think that's different from other schools? And
yeah, I do. I really enjoy the co-educational aspect because I think it emulates what happens in life. I think that number one, it says that neither gender is dominant, but I think that encourages us to use the best of everyone. So certainly when the girls in class may be a little bit more organised, they may like to use the highlighters a bit more, etc. And they may be a little bit more focused and work a little bit harder, and that encourages the boys. At the same time, the boys take a sort of no-nonsense approach to work often that the girls don't have. And I think that the girls who come here really enjoy the fact that they've got away from a lot of pettiness, and that's the feedback I get. So it's lovely to have both of them. I like girls and boys. I'd much rather work in a co-ed school than a single-sex school, although I've done both and I prefer the co-ed.
Yeah, I've definitely found, especially girls who come to this school from another school, that they are quite shocked, I think, by the dynamic between boys and girls, and how there isn't that pettiness and
yeah, and you can have genuine friendships with somebody from the opposite sex, but without going out with them.
Girls,
which I mean I think we do all the way through our lives. The other thing I wanted to say is what typically happens is that might happen in year 10 and perhaps in year 11, but about halfway through year 11, Max, maybe you'll attest to this too, the year group kind of comes together and then it's like one big year group. You've got your groups, but it's one big year group to finish
Yeah,
off
no,
in year 12.
I kept hearing that and I was like, well, I'll believe it when I see it, but yeah, it happened.
Yeah, it happens. And it happens every year and it's really lovely to see. Thank you very much, Max.
You're welcome.
No.